This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
This is cute. A gentleman by the name of Leonard has posted his lost connection on the Costco Facebook pages. And if I know anything about the Costco Facebook pages,
it's lit.
Including YEG Costco lovers, it's incredibly supportive community that's there and willing to help. Like if somebody has a question like, hey, have you seen these Kirkland sweaters anywhere in any of the stores? Like the comments are immediate. That like yesterday in Nisku, there was 4 gray ones left. It's a really like, out of any Facebook group I'm on, that's the one that I'm like, oh, they're on it. This crew knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? And like, it's always positive and you should check it out.
Can I be a part of it even though I don't have a Costco card? Just so I can see the positivity? Or do I have to be domesticated and...
Yeah, I don't think I'd allow you in if I got to... Like if I saw the notification that said, should we allow Lisa in? I'll be like, no, she's not a member.
But I go there sometimes for chicken fingers.
Okay, maybe.
Okay.
As long as you let them know you're contemplating being a member, I'm sure they'd welcome you with open arms.
Who started this? Just not Costco.
No. It's an underground thing.
I love it.
So Leonard posted his lost connection. He had
Here in Edmonton.
Yeah, that's right. Here's what it said. Okay, this is very embarrassing, but earlier today, I bumped into a beautiful woman at the Winterburn location around 3 p.m. We had such a good chat, but me being the nervous wreck that I am, I was too scared to ask for your number. I'm regretting it so much. If you're part of this group and felt the same way, I'm hoping you could reach out to me because I would love to get to know you more and take you on out to that coffee place you were telling me about.
Oh my gosh, she was even dropping hints about a coffee place?
Yeah.
Leonard!
I know. You're dropping hints about the coffee place. Like,
oh my gosh, as soon as somebody mentions a coffee place, you have to immediately say, let's go.
Yeah, we should try that together. That she opened the door for him and he just took the window out of the house.
You know, this is really disheartening to hear because I feel like leaving a Costco trip, you'd be pumped full of endorphins because it just seems like a wild time in there.
Sure.
Shopping.
Yeah.
Like, I've been there before with friends with Costco cards, and you got to know how to navigate with those carts. It's a rush.
I believe we call you a Klingon.
Yeah, that's me. And I just see him filling up his vehicle, getting in, and not having those endorphins. In fact, I bet he felt really upset knowing that he screwed up.
Yeah.
That he missed out on this opportunity.
This feels like it has the potential to be a really cute little love story, so we're here for it. If, by chance, you had a conversation with a young man, a physiotherapist, who was talking about a coffee shop with you, you brought it up to him. If that's you, call us. We'll get a hold of Leonard and we'll make this connection happen.
How do people stop and have time to chat in a Costco? There's something about it that stresses me out.
The Samps are back.
The
That's
samples
why.
are back.
Yep, that's
You know
where you can have a nice chat with a stranger is testing out some dry ribs.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Maybe it was coffee. Maybe they were sampling coffee, and that's what brought up the coffee shop.
Very possible. It's cute. Here's my only concern about this whole story is that maybe she is married. And the reason I bring this up is because when I was an active Costco goer, it's when I was married. And then I noticed everything you buy there comes in such large sizes in bulk. You don't need it as a single person. So when...
It's actually funny that you say that because your ex-wife will reach out to us sometimes and say, do you guys need anything from Costco?
Right.
Because everything does come in bulk.
Yeah.
She's got 3 kids, but we're just like hanging out. No Costco card over here, but it's awesome because she'll hook us up with that extra hummus that she doesn't need.
Exactly.
So I think you're onto something with...
Yeah, I'm a little concerned.
I'm concerned too, but why is he there single?
Well,
what's happening there?
Well, he obviously is, so he must have a big freezer. Like, I think that...
Yeah, maybe, or roommates, or...
Exactly. But the fact that he posted this, you gotta think he's single.
His wife's in the group, too. She's like, we're gonna have a chat later.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Everybody that's listening right now, if you have friends, family that shops at specifically the Costco on Winterburn...
In Winterburn, yeah.
In Winterburn... please send a text out and say, did you by chance talk to a guy about a coffee shop yesterday at Costco?
Yeah.
This is what we need to do. This is why we're in radio. It's all about community, getting the word out. So you need to be helping us as well.
We're going to bring Leonard and Woman X together.
Yeah, and then they're going to get married at a Costco. We're all invited. There's going to be free samples in every corner. I'm so excited. I'm going to go online and shop for a dress right now.
You were talking about how your stomach wasn't very good yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you believe this stat I just came across? That 66% of people refuse to use the toilet at work? I think
66%?
66% of people refuse to poop at work specifically.
I mean, statistically for me, I have one girlfriend who can only go number 2 at her own home. And she's always been that way.
My best friend growing up was like that. That's why he got his nickname, which I'm not allowed to say on air. But I lived on a farm. I used to have to drive him on my quad into his house in town so he could go to the bathroom.
How long would it take for you to get there?
15 minutes.
Yeah, that's inconvenient.
And you
like,
just
use the toilet, man.
He's just sitting behind you on the quad farting every time you hit a bump.
I'm picturing I'm just picturing a Dumb and Dumber scene.
Yeah.
Where they're like holding on to each other on the road.
Exactly.
It's cute.
In the summer, no shirts. But yeah, I'm really surprised by this because I bring this up. We work in an office where there's probably 10 other dudes on a regular basis that are in the office.
Yeah, now that
everybody's back.
There's less privacy for sure. Because there's how many stalls are in the men's room here too?
1.
What?
Well, because there's a urinal too. You got 2 stalls. I've used the women's bathroom here before. Don't ask. We have 1 stall, 1 urinal. But every time I go to use the bathroom, there's somebody in it.
Do you ever look to see if you recognize the shoes?
Every time.
Every single time.
But that means if 66% of the dudes here refuse to go at work, that would leave, just based on averages, 3 to 4 guys that are using it. They must go all the time.
They must wear different pairs of shoes every day because you're not remembering who it is.
Take half-an-hour shifts in there.
I thought you were going to swear. I was like, you can't say your friend's nickname, but you're going to just go ahead and say that word?
66% of people refusing to poop at work was really surprising.
Time for the 7 at 7. What's it gonna be today, Ryder and Lisa?
Now, usually we do things that are lighthearted, funny, but today we want to count down the top 7 things that somebody could say to you. They're gaslighting you in that moment. Now, this is a word that kind of made more of appearance over the past couple years, I'd say. What do you think, Ryder?
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it until just before, I think, the Chicks came out with their song Gaslighter, which is really quite a great song. But after watching The Bachelor, and I'm not going to give any significant spoilers, but you notice a shift in the Bachelor. Colton? Is it Colton? No,
there already was a Colton. What's this guy's name?
I've been watching the whole season. That's how
Gary.
Unforgettable this guy is. Sure, Gary.
It's Gary.
Anyway, he shifted during an argument in one of the recent episodes, and all of a sudden he was just putting the absolute blame on the other person. And when you knew what it was about, like I said, I don't want to give any spoilers, but you're like, what's he doing?
He's gaslighting
and
her.
He was absolutely gaslighting. Yeah.
So people are going to show you who they are by what they do. So you're going to want to start to pay attention. If someone is doing or saying these 7 things consistently, it's a bit of a red flag.
Clayton is his name.
Clayton is his name.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not emotional. Maybe you're not too sensitive. Maybe they're just making you think you are. That's the definition of gaslighting. So whether it's a boss, a partner, a parent, or a friend, it can happen gradually. So one smug comment at a time will happen, and then you start to wonder if you actually are the one that's losing your mind. That's gaslighting. It's not okay. So let's count down the top 7 things that someone will say to you. They're gaslighting you. First one, 7th place here. It's all in your head. 6th place. I never said that. Now, this is in a situation where you know for a fact that they did say that. They're gaslighting you.
What if they genuinely don't think they said that?
They don't remember it?
Yeah, like accidental gaslighting, I guess.
The next one here is you're imagining it. I do stuff for you all the time, where they start to make you feel guilty.
Number 4.
Number 4, you're crazy.
Having flashbacks.
This one here says, I'm just kidding. Why are you so sensitive?
Oof, making it a joke. That is greasy.
It's not good. It's
Number
not good.
3, yeah.
Second place here, can't you let it go? That is the worst, especially when they will refuse to have an actual conversation with you and hear you out.
Mm-hmm.
And first place, that's not true. You're the problem. So these are just 7 things that someone will say to you. They're gaslighting you. There's so many situations where somebody will take advantage of you and make you start to be the one that apologizes. You're like, am I crazy?
Yeah, like
Did I make that up? I swear this happened.
If you recently lost an argument and you heard numerous lines from what we just read, you may be getting gaslit.
So earlier on the show, we were talking about a study that was done. 66% of people will not use their work toilet to go number 2. 66%, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm really surprised to hear that. How about you?
I'm surprised that there's not more people that poop at work. I only poop at work. I want to get paid for that.
Exactly. And like the water bill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I use the work bathroom as much as possible.
And the Wi-Fi?
I'll even go and sit in there and just hope that something happens.
Yeah. I want to get paid for that.
Sean wrote in saying, I prefer to use toilets everywhere else but mine, especially because I don't want to use my own toilet paper. Okay, toilet paper is so expensive.
Everybody's being so economically savvy these days because you have to be.
You have to be. Lindsay texted in to 780-784-7107 saying, I'm a teacher, so we're used to holding it in all day. But I'm not opposed to going wherever you are, except for Superstore. I hate going in Superstore. It's often dirty and their toilet paper is thinner than tissue paper. Ryder, didn't you use the Superstore bathroom recently?
Yeah, the wrong one. I didn't realize it was the wrong one until I heard women talking, and then I was like, oh, I didn't see any urinals when I walked in. So that was embarrassing. I got busted leaving it too. Very confused lady walking in.
Wow, Rebecca just wrote in saying, at our office, there's 8 employees, and we have one bathroom with one toilet. No, that's not fair. You need to have more than one toilet.
See, this is why being a teacher, for the first time I've thought about this, how challenging that would be, because everybody has break time at the same time.
In the same area.
Everybody comes into the teacher lounge. There's one bathroom there. If you got to go and let's say you're in there for, 10 minutes, everybody knows what you're doing. That would be super embarrassing. I'd rather go use one of the little kid ones. But you can't, you don't see teachers walking in using those. Just making adult noises beside a bunch of kids making little kid noises in there.
And have you ever used an elementary school bathroom? I'm pretty sure, aren't the toilets smaller?
Yeah.
It hurts your knees.
Yeah. Really hard to get off of. I mean, I only remember using it as a kid, so it was never a problem. I haven't used one since. No, I did, actually, at parent-teacher interviews.
Of course,
a couple of years ago.
You have the worst schedule. I just picture you sitting down for parent-teacher interviews when they have a very strict schedule, 20 minutes per parent. And you're probably like, I'll be right back. You're in the bathroom for 30 minutes.
Wow, thanks for bringing it up, Lise.
Yep.
Alanis Morissette tickets. Here's what we're going to do for him today. The contest is called You Oughta Know, followed by this interesting fact.
I love facts. Can you tell it was my idea?
I got one to start.
Okay.
Did you know a blue whale's fart bubble is large enough to hold a horse?
I actually did know that, but it will forever fascinate me.
How did you know that?
I just knew that.
Okay, really weird thing to just know.
Why? So Kaylee started her text out with, you ought to know this one. You know the oatmeal packages, instant oatmeal?
Yeah?
On the bag, there's a measuring line. So after you pour out the oatmeal into your bowl, you use the package to measure the water to make it perfect.
Oh, that's really wild.
It's really smart.
Now I'm thinking about it, and I can picture the line on the bag. That makes sense.
Dawn says a polar bear is born black. Yeah, their skin color is black. The white fur just covers it.
Interesting.
I remember learning about that. Blue whales' tongues can weigh as much as an elephant. That was a first-time texter. Again, we're asking you for Just an interesting fact. You're instantly qualified to win 2 tickets to check out Alanis Morissette and Garbage at Rogers Place, July 28th.
What do you got?
Camels can spit out their stomachs to cool them off.
What?
Whoa. So they're just walking around with their stomach hanging outside of their mouth?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's true.
I felt like I've done that a couple times after drinking. But
Yeah.
Hi. So I don't know if most people know that the actual meaning of first world, second world, and third world countries initially had nothing to do with poverty level.
What did it have to do with?
It's actually, so in the Cold War era, the first world was the Allies, and the second world was anybody that was aligned with Russia, and third world was actually any of those countries that weren't aligned. So it was actually nothing to do with poverty until recent years.
Hey, good morning. What do you got for us?
Well, my interesting fact is, did you know that it is illegal to own more than 6 personal sex toys in the state of Texas?
Why 6?
I don't know. I think they think that if you have more than that, it could lead to other undesirable behaviors.
6 is a lot. Maybe not. I mean,
No answer.
you barely, I guess like if they should have made it 7, because then you have one for every day of the week.
Fair.
This is true. This is true.
Lots of text rolling in. This one here says, did you know that if you put your baking sheets in your oven and set the oven to self-clean, it will clean them? No scrubbing needed.
Interesting. I put some water and dish soap in my air fryer the other day and fired it up after watching a TikTok video, and it cleaned it pretty good. Sometimes those air fryers are tough to clean. It bakes on there pretty good.
Yeah.
780-784-7107.
You ought to know that cotton candy was invented by dentists.
So people would go in more and spend more money?
Right? Must be.
Holy crap.
All right, what do you got for us?
Peyton has some facts for you.
Okay.
Did you know that bats have thumbs and they also have tails? And polar bears have translucent fur.
Bats have thumbs?
Yeah.
Do you think they suck on their thumbs
No.
to fall asleep?
Or do you think if they fly by one of their buddies, they give them a thumbs up?
Probably.
Yeah.
So cute.
Thank you for the call. Let's keep rolling through these. The phones just keep ringing. We'll keep answering them.
Did you know that our national anthem is actually 4 verses?
Really?
What we sing, what we all know, is just the first verse. There's actually 4.
Thank goodness they got rid of the other ones. I mean, I'm all for national pride, but I would definitely be falling asleep by the third one.
It's very long.
Yeah, that is interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you very much.
What's your name?
Laura?
Appreciate it, Laura. You are qualified for these tickets. Lisa, some more texts?
Sure. Jordan wrote in saying lobsters taste with their feet. The Statue of Liberty used to be a lighthouse. Jay from the West Side says, interesting fact, the strongest muscle in the body is the tongue. See, is it though?
Yeah.
I can't lift a 20-pound weight with my tongue. How is it the strongest?
Well, you can't. Lame.
You can.
Oh, yeah.
Prove it.
780-784-7107.
Well, if you like tequila, bats are the only mammal with a long enough tongue to pollinate it. So without a bat, we would no longer have tequila.
This explains everything.
What?
I don't know what I mean.
Well, you sleep upside down when you drink a lot of tequila? Thank you for the call. We appreciate it.
Elephants are the only mammal that's incapable of jumping.
They can if they're on a dirt bike.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play